So, don't you ever feel weird about the fact that almost everyone around us is an engineer or is trying to become one? Parents from a young age try to push their children towards engineering, wanting them to perform better at mathematics and science in their schools, sending them to tuitions and coaching institutes to prepare for competitive exams. Why is it such a big deal in India? Well, let's first talk about how big engineering truly is in India. From 2021 to 2023, approximately over 30 lakh students have registered for the JEE Mains, which is the biggest engineering entrance test in the country, which allows students to get into National Institutes of Technologies and many other engineering institutes. It is also mandatory to qualify this examination to sit for JEE Advanced, which is the entrance test to get into the prestigious IITs. Almost over 10 lakh people register for JEE Mains every single year. As we can see in 2023, the official data provided by NTA states that almost more than 11 lakh students appeared for JEE Mains across both sessions. Astonishingly, this number is more than the population of our neighboring country Bhutan. There is no doubt in the fact that engineering is huge in India. Now these statistics were only about how many people choose to go for engineering. But how many engineers does India actually produce? According to some statistics, almost 1.5 million, that is 15 lakh engineers graduate every single year in our country. The interesting part begins now. According to 2019 National Employability Report by Aspiring Minds, out of these lakhs of engineers that graduate every single year, only 3.8% of engineering graduates were found to have the necessary skills in new age technologies like AI, machine learning, data science and mobile development. In terms of overall employability, the report highlighted that only 18.4% of engineers were employable in software service related roles, while only 20.6% were employable in IT product roles. This is the harsh reality. The unemployability and existing unemployment of engineers is a prevalent issue in the country. But still the obsession with engineering continues. Every parent wants their child to prepare for engineering and get into IITs. They are willing to pay thousands and lakhs of rupees to enroll their child in coaching institutes that prepare young minds for these extremely competitive examinations. The culture of coaching institutes create a very toxic environment, which makes the lives of students full of societal and peer pressure and stress from parental expectations. In simpler words, it makes their life living hell. This in turn results in news of students across the country taking their own lives at such a young age because of this extremely toxic rat race. Still, even after so many negative aspects surrounding engineering, why is it still so popular? Why does every parent still want their child to become an engineer? I myself am a second year engineering student and always wondered why is everyone so into engineering in this country? Well, let's take a look at when did it all start. The engineering dream. It goes all the way back to the time of British colonial rule. The British focused heavily on building infrastructure that would benefit the colonial economy, such as railways, ports, and other infrastructure that will help in boosting the colonial economy. These projects created a huge demand for trained engineers. The British emphasis on infrastructure development influenced the Indian educational system to prioritize engineering as a key field of study, particularly in civil engineering at the time. This heavy emphasis on engineering led to engineers often holding respected positions within the colonial administration. This created a perception of engineers as a prestigious and stable career option. The perception still exists in today's age. Fast forwarding to the late 90s and early 2000s, India saw a boom in engineering thanks to the rise of the IT sector. The rise of IT hubs in cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad and Pune contributed to this boom. During this time, the number of engineering colleges grew exponentially in India. Many private institutions began to pop up to meet the growing demand of engineering education. The emergence of major Indian IT companies like Infosys, Wipro, and TCS also played a huge role. The Indian society, since even before independence, had already perceived engineering as a well-paying and highly respected job. And as time went by, this notion only grew stronger in the eyes of the Indian population. Even in the 2000s and 2010s, the rise of computer science led to glorification of young Indians getting into good engineering colleges. The headlines of IIT graduates getting packages worth 50-60 lakhs per annum, in some cases even packages in crores, made it seem like the perfect choice to escape the middle class and the solution to all problems of life. Well, it all boils down to one thing. The financial and economical issues of the prevalent middle class of India is the root of all of this. Every child wants to escape this middle class pit. Every parent wants their child to end their struggles and finally be able to live a peaceful life away from all financial stress. And how does it happen? By getting a well-respected, secure, high-paying job, right? Well, what is a well-respected, secure, high-paying job? Doctors, civil servants, successful engineers. Guess what? These are the most sought-after professions in our country. It is very practical as well. Everyone wants to live a good life, not only humans, even animals. Like we eat when we are hungry, so for a good life, people do what seems to them the right thing to do and get a good and comfortable life. And how do you live a good life? The first stage is to fulfill the basic necessities. Roti, kapda or makan. And all these require money. After money comes respect. Once you have food, a shelter and clothes, you want validation from others. The two things that engineering supposedly provides. Now, let's also try to look at the bigger picture. In reality, there has always been a lack of opportunity in our country in other professions by the conventional path. To achieve success in domains like arts, you often need to take a non-conventional path, which means taking huge risk. There is also a huge lack of awareness in our country about other streams of education. In our country, parents often see their kids as hope of ending their financial struggles. They invest their life savings for their education. This puts a lot of pressure and sense of responsibility in these teenagers, which often makes them pick the conventional, the proven route to success, and not go down the unknown path. They are afraid of making the wrong choice. But is this what life is all about? Doing what people have been doing from ages? Competing with lakhs of students just to get into a college and then get a job where you work like a slave? What about the ambitions, the dreams that we dreamt as kids? What about our own curiosities? I would like to end this video by saying life has so much more to offer than just getting stuck in this rat race of getting a high-paying and well-respected job. Life is about experiences, journeys, your relationship with other people, making mistakes and learning from them, taking risks, and living your dreams. Signing off.